My name is Cindy Patrick. I'm married to Gary Patrick, and we train thoroughbred racehorses for a living. Well, I was born in Clovis, New Mexico, and I met Mr. Patrick in Ohio at Beulah Park, and we transport our horses from Florida to Indiana during the racing season, which starts like April 1st to November 1st, and then we bring them back to Florida after that, and let them rest up and break our babies to ride and get ready for the next season. My dad was a racehorse trainer, so I've been on the racetrack my entire life, and he trained mostly quarter horses. And they had kind of a jogger, but it was just a regular walker, and they would speed it up a little bit, but they were tied onto it. And we have the Priefert Walker ourselves, and we use it for to start our babies on. And sometimes if they are a little bit cinchy or something, we put them on there to start with, kind of get the edge off. And I also use it on my barrel horses in the summer when I don't have time to ride them, and it kind of gets them a little bit of exercise, or they're not just standing around.
Well, the boys feed about 5:30, quarter till 6, and then we start jogging horses about 6:30. And we'll jog horses all morning long, and then my wife and an exercise rider, they go up on the racetrack and gallop horses.
The training that we start, all babies, we break them, we teach them to go through the gates and teach them how to breeze a little bit, and give the old horses a little time off. Then we start galloping them and getting them ready to go back north and try to get them fit enough to breeze when we get there. Well, a lot of times jogging the horses, especially after they race, sometimes they come back after a race a little body sore, and if you jog them every day, it kind of loosens them up and gets them back from being body sore. And a lot of times those race horses, they don't need weight on them because they've got issues with legs or bows or something like that, and you keep the weight off of it, but you get the exercise on them, and it keeps them going where you don't have to have a rider on them. But and jogging them, I think it doesn't like put a lot of air in them, but it keeps her fit, and it keeps them loosened up.
Yeah, we switch it off and on. We switch it to reverse, forward and reverse. A lot of guys do switch them every day, but we don't mess with that. We're just trotting anyway, so just jogging and 25 or 30 minutes jogging one way one day, and a couple days later we'll switch it back the other direction. Number one is it doesn't break down. Number two is it gets your horse in shape. You can go 20, 30 minutes a day on it. 35 minutes is plenty, I think, at a good jog. And when you get ready, you have a horse pretty well fit to go ahead and breeze him 5 furlongs. Well, 100% suited the purpose. And the reason I bought it was if I understand Priefert right, they make stuff for guys that don't want to repair it. You don't want to work on something after you buy it or call them it's down for a month because you can't get parts. With these, I've got 2 of them, and I've never had to call for parts. Is it safe? Absolutely, it's safe. If it wasn't safe, I wouldn't use it. I've taken horses that's never had a saddle on them, put a saddle on them, and start the Priefert jogger up on a walk, and then go to a trot, and it's 100% safe, and it's not going to break down. That'd be hard to narrow it down to the single best. If you got a horse that's got a bad leg or something, you can put him on there and kind of nurse him back. And then if you got another horse that just needs the weight off of him for different reasons, you can put him on there and keep him off that racetrack, and still have a fit horse when you go to the track. So there's several benefits. You can rehab one, or you can start from scratch with a 2-year-old that's never been rode, and teach him to go on that and teach him to bit back. You're not going to tear the machine up, and the horse is not going to get hurt.